Good. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight for the Cracking Your Purpose Code webinar. My name is Krisha Saragoin, also known as the Giant Slayer. And this webinar tonight is brought to you courtesy Purpose University, where we help you to carry, birth, and nurture purpose. And tonight we have an awesome lineup of speakers who are going to be sharing with you not only the secrets to unlocking your purpose, but also how you can live an effective life, an influential life, and how you can dominate on the earth. You see, purpose is not a destination. Purpose is a discovery, and I like to say it's a position, but it's a position in Christ. So we can't talk about purpose without talking about our identity. We can't talk about purpose without understanding who God created us to be. We can't talk about purpose without understanding our call. There are about 4 types of lives we can experience daily. I like to call it, the first type of life is the pressed life. This is the life where you feel squeezed, you feel pressured. You are living daily, but there's nothing enjoyable about your life. And you are just pressed on every side. And I call that type of life the pressed life. Then you also have the perplexed life. This is where you have a little more clarity, but you still are living in a world of confusion. You are perplexed as it relates to who you are, what you should be doing, and if you're really doing it. There are a lot of us, we may or may not know our call, but we live that perplexed life in the state of confusion, not really knowing how to untap that inward potential. Then thirdly, we have the purpose life, and that is where we know our purpose, we come in touch with our identity, we know our design, and we are functioning in that design. But I want to go a little bit further. Once we have the purpose life, the fourth life is the prosperous life. So living purpose is great. Living purpose is wonderful. Knowing your purpose is great. But some people know their purpose and they may not be prospering. Your place of purpose is your place of provision once you understand it and you use it correctly. So in cracking the purpose code tonight, we're going to talk about living in that zone of purpose and also living in that zone of prosperity. This is why Purpose University exists. Purpose University exists to expose you to an accelerated model of teaching where you have a holistic approach to your life and you are able to make changes so you can become that influencer that you were created to be. Anybody excited about living that purpose life and then going on to the prosperous life? So if you are here tonight and you say, Krisha, I feel like I am in the pressed life. And you say, Krisha, I feel like I am in the perplexed life. I guarantee by at the end of this webinar tonight, you should have some clarity. You should have some points. You should have some steps that can help you move from the first 2 parts of the quotient to the last 2 parts of the quotient. So first, I want to invite our lecturer, Shante Williams, who is the owner, the CEO of Greater Woman Incorporated, and she is presenting with Purpose University the course that's entitled Get Your Right On. And I want to invite Shante to just share with you how you can crack the purpose code, understanding that your writing has power, understanding how to use it. And Shante, you just take it from there. Tell us everything that we need to know.
So good evening, everybody. I'm so excited to be here. Just thank you to Krisha for this opportunity. So listen, you guys, as she said, my name is Shante Williams, and I am the CEO and owner of Greater Working Women Publishing Company. And so what we do is we partner with Christian and inspirational authors to publish their manuscript. And that's exactly what Get Your Right On is all about. If you have been saying, you know what, I've always wanted to publish a book. I have journals and I've been writing, and it's just always been one of those things I wanted to do, but I just don't know where to start. I don't know what the first step I should make. I don't know what I should write about. I don't know if I should go in this direction, if I should go in that direction. If that is you, if you're on Facebook Live, put a 1 in the comment box, because this is what you need to sign up for. In this module, you will get 11 modules that are going to show you and help you to write your manuscript out, so that when you finish this course, you will be able to submit your manuscript to a publisher of your choice. So we're going to give you writing prompts. We're going to help you figure out your target audience But one of the things I hear all the time is when I'm working with clients, I say, well, who you write to? Oh, everybody. Listen, y'all. I know we want everybody on this planet, right, to read and buy our books. But the truth of the matter is they're not going to do that. So you don't want to spread yourself broad. You want to have your target audience narrowed down to a science so you know exactly who you're writing to. That's going to help your writing. That's going to help your marketing. That's going to help your sales. And that's going to help your bottom line, which is your profit, right? So we're going to teach you how to not only write, but profit off what you're writing. So if you are that person that says, you know what, I really need to write a book. If that has been on your bucket list, I want you to stay tuned and figure out how you can connect with Purpose University, how you can crack your purpose code as it relates to writing. Because here's the thing, it doesn't take that much to write. And if you do it right the first time, you only have to do it once. And so that is a passive stream of income, right? We all know what that is. It means we do it one time and it always makes us money. And a book is absolutely the perfect thing to help you get started in that. And it also opens up opportunities for speaking engagements and events. Listen, you can start a whole movement around a book. Ask me how I know. I'm doing it. I'm doing it now. And so you can do it too. So writing is not inclusive. It's not exclusive. It's inclusive, which means if you have a desire to do it, all you need are the right tools and information to get it done. So if that is you, I want you to stay tuned, because this course in this university, which is going to be none like other, is going to help you do just that. So listen, stay connected, make sure you get all the information, and don't doubt yourself. You are worth the investment. All right. Tell yourself, my writing is worth it. I am worth it. The world needs to hear what I have to say, because they do. You are the solution to somebody's problem. But guess what? If you don't show up, they're not going to know that. So you got to show up, and that's what Get Your Right On is all about. We're going to show you how to show up in your writing. So listen, you guys, I have one question for you. Who's ready to get their right on?
Wow, thank you, Shantae, for that powerful. I mean, I am ready to get my right on, even though I am a writer. I understand that I am worth the investment. And what I want you guys to pull out, one of the first pieces of the puzzle I want you to pull out tonight is that you have a message. You have something that is worth sharing. You have something that people want to listen to. And of course, we are going to equip you in Purpose University to do just that. Who you are really depends on what you see. And if what you are seeing is screwed, if what you are seeing is not really a heavenly perspective, then what you reflect and what you live out is not who you were created to be. So tonight, we want you to change the channel. We want you to change the frequency. We want you to change the picture and ultimately change the projection. You have to change the picture before you change the projection. So right now, what you may be seeing is the press life, or you may be saying, I don't know where to go from here. But our next speaker, I'm so excited about this, because our next speaker is sure to help you get some steps to move from that pressed life, from that perplexed life to the prosperous life. And I don't even want to introduce him. I will let him introduce himself, right? But I guarantee you, you want to have your pens close by. I guarantee you, you want to have your notebooks close by, because he is actually going to show you and tell you how to change the channel, change the frequency, change the picture, so that we can ultimately change the projection. So I want to bring on the camera my brother in the kingdom, Luke Kwamina, who is going to share with you on tonight's webinar, Cracking the Purpose Code.
Hey, Chris, do you hear me?
I hear you.
Wow. Chance, you definitely fired up this call. I'm so excited to be on. I want to get in that class, because I definitely believe I have a story to share. She fired me up. You won't believe I just pulled in the garage. I just was trapped in some traffic. We had an accident on the road there, but I pulled in at the very second, and y'all got me fired up. I'm ready to get into that first class. And let me say, first of all, congratulations to Krisha because, you know, I have to tell a little bit of this story before I get into anything.
Sure, you can tell it. You can tell it.
Because, you know, we have some really great history there. Krisha and I, we had the privilege of doing university together. We were like spiritual children to a mother that has transitioned with the Lord. God had put her in our path. And I'm sure today she is fired up about what is happening here today. She's probably saying, go on, y'all. You know, Krisha, you know, I can tell you what you're manifesting right now is really what you have lived out. I think, you know, when I saw Krisha go to school, you know, her whole testimony was a walk of faith. She will tell you after every semester, if you ask Krisha, how a semester, I'm sure it will just be captured in the words, God alone knows. Right. God alone knows how we got through the classes. God alone knows how we paid. God alone knows how we ate. God alone knows where we stayed. God alone knows how we slept and made it through this semester. And so, you know, Krisha, you know, we went through there, and I had my studies. I continued there. And in one sense, I felt there was a little gap where I lost touch. And then I'm returning home to Trinidad, and then I see a Krisha, but it's a different version. You know, you have software, and every now and then, you know, your systems and your software tells you it's time to upgrade. And so every now and then you got to shut the system down. You got to press reset, and you upgrade the system, because sometimes to upgrade your system, you've got to stop all the things that you were doing, stop all of the things that is burning up some of your hard drive space. And God sometimes requires us to shut the entire system down so that what he's planning to do in our life, the upgrade, the 2.0 version, the 3.0 version, it sometimes requires us to delete things that we no longer would use anymore. And I saw you right click and delete some things from your life. And I saw those upgrades, and I said, hey, this is Krisha Bowen, but this is not the same version. I saw 2.0 in one season. I saw 3.0 in one season. I got the message, and Krisha says, Luke, let's do Purpose University. I did not even pray about it. Lord, forgive me. But I said yes. Why? Because when you say purpose, it really is saying life.
Wow.
And for those of you that are on the webinar tonight, I'm really just going to share with you part of my story. I am not an expert. I'm still a rookie in a lot of these things, but I can tell you, I have spoken to hundreds, helped thousands around the topic of purpose. You know, there are 5 questions, which I call the 5 questions of the human soul. 5 questions that really allow somebody to live a life that is effective. And the first question, sharing from Dr. Miles Monroe, the late Dr. Miles Monroe, he says the first thing that you must ask yourself is, where did I come from? And when you ask people, where did I come from, they very quickly try to tell you their address. They try to tell you their country. They try to tell you their community. But the question is a little bit deeper than that. We're not talking about your address. We're not talking about where you grew up. We're not talking about your home, your country. We're not talking about the people that you grew up in. We want to ask you, where did you come from, is a question of your source. Do you believe that you are an idea of God? Do you actually believe that you came here by purpose, for purpose, and with purpose? See, if you don't establish the fact very early that you're not just an idea of your parents, you are an idea of God, that makes a big difference to how you look at your future. I'm not just an idea that my parents wanted a boy, they wanted a girl. If that be the case, then your Genesis will not be considered too great. But if God said, I wanted to establish something in the earth and I need a Krisha, if I wanted to establish something in the earth and I needed a Shelly Ann, if I wanted to establish something in the earth and I needed a Krista, I needed a Lakeisha, I needed a Monique, I needed a Terry. I needed a Genevieve. I needed a Juanita. I needed a Jocelyn. What God is trying to say is, I have something, an assignment to do in the earth, and out of me, right? Out of me, which is omnipotent, all potential, omni, all, potent, power. Out of all power, I have created you. Now, if you've been created out of all power, that means you're powerful. I want you to write that down in your notes. There is no way you can produce something from all power and it not be powerful. I'm about to run out of this car right now because I'm getting really excited about what Purpose University. I'm getting really excited about what this is going to do for people all over the world. It's like if you have dirt as your source, whatever you create will have the evidence of dirt in it. There's no way you can use dirt and make something and you not see the evidence of dirt. That means if God is your source, there is no way that you can pull something out of God and it not be powerful, and it not be divine, and it not be holy, and it not be true, and it not be light. That means every element of God is inside of you, and it's time to get that activated. So that's the first question. Where did I come from? If you don't know how to answer that, my friends, then once your premise is off, your conclusion is off. If the premise of your life is off, you will always make wrong conclusions. The second question is, who am I? And it's a question of identity. Folks, we don't have to go into it. Identity is so powerful that people are stealing it today. It's called identity theft. Why? People want to do activities under a different identity. It's so powerful that sometimes you got to pay a whole lot of money to recover your own identity because somebody stole it. When people don't know who they are, that, I believe, is the beginning of a life that is pressed. It is a lack of understanding identity. Why? Because you're always exhausted in things that are good, but not things that are God. People who live life that are pressed, when you can clearly identify who you are, that is what allows you to articulate your activities. People's whose activities are blurred, you can't figure out where they are always exhausted and underproducing. Why? Because they have not clearly answered the question, who am I? Folks, when purpose is unknown, abuse is inevitable. The clarity of understanding who you are allows you to say yes to things so that all of these activities that are distractions that come, you can say no to it. I realize the people that get burnt out in this life and are living the life that is pressed or living the life that is perplexed are people who have not said yes to purpose so they can say no to things that distract them out of purpose. The third question, my friends, where did I come from? A question of source. Who am I? Question of identity. Why am I here? Is the question of purpose. And that's what Purpose University wants to help you to understand. Why are you here? Folks, I have a statement that I make, and I want you to write this down. At the end of the life of Christ, he said, it is finished. That means something was started, and at the end of your life, you bring it to completion. Here's what I want to suggest to you. All will die, but not all will finish. Only people who are pursuing purpose can bring their assignment to an end. As a matter of fact, I don't want to mess with your theology, but I want to say this. There's no reason to stay on earth when you are finished with your assignment. Why live if there's one more day to live and you don't actually have a purpose for that day? The psalmist David actually says, teach me to number my days. That means help me to give an account for what I should be doing today, because a man must be a good steward of their talent, a man must be a good steward of their time, and a man must be a good steward of their treasure. Life is stewardship. And part of understanding your purpose is being a good steward of your life. The fourth question, ladies and gentlemen, where did I come from? Source. Who am I? Identity. Why am I here? Purpose. What can I do is a question of potential. They are all connected. Whatever you're called for, you are equipped for. I want you to write that down. Whatever I am called to finish, God has hidden things inside of me to help me bring those things to pass. That's why the book says a man's gift will make room for him. So your skill set, your gifts, the things that are hidden within the soil of your life is a hint towards the purpose that you're called to accomplish. So I want you to understand this. When we go through my session, which is a bonus session, it will really help you to understand clearly what are my giftings, and then for you to develop the attitude and the confidence to say, yes, this is who I am. This is what I'm called to do. This is where I came from. This is what I have been gifted with. And now a lot of people are very shy about the things that God has gifted them with. I want you to leave out our session bold and confident in who you are. The last question is, where am I going? People of purpose are very clear about their destiny. Write the vision down. You have to make it plain. People who are living on purpose don't waste their time hanging out with everybody, doing everything every day. No, they're rather hanging out with somebody, doing something which is specific at some time. Purpose allows you to become very accurate with who you spend time with and the things that you do. I tell you this, you never get from the press life to the purpose life, into the purpose life, into the life of prosperity. You never get there until you understand how to value your talent, value yourself, value your time. And watch this, when you get clear about the mission, then the commissions will follow. When you get clear about the vision, then the provision will follow. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to be here with you long, but this is just the overview. I am so excited to pour into people. I said, Krisha, just give me time and let me loose. I am ready because this is what I've lived for. I've seen Krisha do that throughout her life. I've seen her find herself. She has found a voice. And just lastly, I want to share with you what we're going to go through as well is what I call the 3 stages of your life that you will go through in the pursuit of purpose. Firstly, it is to find that voice, then to use that voice, and then finally to help others find theirs. And I pray by the end of our session that we will be able to get with clarity the things that we've been called to do, the things that we have been called to accomplish, the things we've been equipped to do on this earth. For I borrow the words of the late Martin Luther King Jr. For if a man does not know what he will die for, then that life is not worth living. God bless each and every one of you. I want to hand right back over to my sister from another mister, Krisha. God bless you. Thank you for having me on this platform. And I am excited to see what we're about to do together in Purpose University. God bless you guys. Good night. Krisha, are you there?
Wow. Thank you so much, Luke. Oh my goodness, guys, I can just take my mind. This is to tell you the type of it is unbelievable. It is just so powerful how getting to the text. And I want to let you know, I'm here. Are you hearing me? Somebody that
Yes, you're good now.
Yeah? Okay, good. Okay, I was worried there for a minute. And I want to let you know that God is rooting for you. God is rooting for you to live in your purpose. I'm reminded, and he said to Peter, Satan desires you and he desires to sift you like wheat. And beating, it talks about pressing on the ground and completely finishing the wheat. And this is what Satan desired to do with Peter. But Jesus said, you that God is rooting for you, and he has put all of this potential, just as Luke said, on the inside of you. This dynamic, this explosive, if I were in school, you would never believe that the Christian you see now, he was so correct in saying it's a completely new version. Why? Because I begin to understand my design. I begin to understand how I function. And understanding the design of a thing is a clue to the functioning of a thing. So that's another nugget I want to throw out for you tonight, that you need to understand your design. You are designed in a specific way for a specific purpose, and Jesus himself, God, is rooting for you, even though Satan desires to sift you and to beat you violently and to give you all these setbacks, a bad decision, an unfortunate incident, an accident, your past. It does not disqualify you from a purpose that God has already settled, has already determined that you would have. Let me tell you guys something. The disqualifier is actually the qualifier. The thing that you believe disqualifies you from walking in purpose, the thing that you believe disqualifies you from having influence, the thing that you believe disqualifies you from having a voice, the disqualifier is actually the qualifier. But what we have to do now is start realizing that all the pain that we have gone through, there is a purpose in that pain. But there is only purpose in that pain when that pain is infused with power. Luke even mentioned power, and power comes from God, who is all powerful. So if there is this little bit of dynamite, this little explosive ability on the inside of you, then you just need to tap into what that dynamite power is and then cause it to come out. Listen, Jesus is the only man that I see call fishermen who were fishing on a boat, empower them, and then call them apostles in a matter of 3 verses. He says, come, follow me, and I will make you. But when we follow, we become made, and we become made for purpose. So in one scripture, we see, come, follow me, and I will make you. And then we see later down, and he sent the apostles. I'm like, my God is the only one who can call you from an occupation, give you a position which is purpose, and cause you to stand on that platform. Anybody ready to stand on that platform of purpose that God has empowered them to stand on? For him to call you from an occupation, give you a position which is purpose, and then send you out to make an impact in the world. You are not only here to impact your life or your family, but you are here to impact a world. And imagine if all of you on this webinar tonight, all of you looking at the replay, begin to impact and dominate your world. What a different world we will have with people carrying the explosive power of Christ. Now, next, we're going to talk about your money mindset, because we're moving from the perplexed, we're moving from the pressed, we're moving to the purpose, and Luke shared with you the questions to ask yourself. And now we want to talk about getting to the prosperous life. So we are going to hear from the lady LaDonna herself. She has the movement called Mind Over Money, and I just love it, because her mantra is, if you get your mind right, you apply the principles of the Word of God, then you will get your money. So LaDonna, I'm ready to unleash you. I'm ready for you to tell us how to get our mind right, crack the money code, and how to have mind over money.
Hello. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for Krisha for allowing me to tune in and allowing me to be a part of Purpose University. I'm super excited, and just to keep the energy flowing. And it's good to be in an atmosphere such as this because it's all Christian based. And then with that being said, one segment is linked to the other. So the Mr. Before Me, he spoke about God. When he gives you a vision, he makes provision. And I truly believe in that. And so when God gives you a vision, when you know your purpose, he's going to make provisions for it. Now, when the mind over money part comes in, it's how you manage what he gives you. And he also spoke on whatever you are called to do, God will equip you for that. And so the Mind Over Money, it came from my women's network group, Women Armed to Rebuild, Reinforce, and Restore. And our purpose is to equip women with the tools and resources so that they can be able to develop, activate, and operate in their own God-given gifts and talents. So the reason I say develop is because, like Mr. Luke said, I believe God has already given you specific gifts and talents. So no one has to create a set of gifts and talents for you. God has already given you that. So what we help you to do, and as my sister Krisha does as well, is to develop those gifts and talents. And then once you develop them, you know exactly what they are, you identify them, then there's a form of activation that comes into play. And then when you're finding your purpose, you're able to operate in it. You're able to walk that walk on a daily basis. And the group, Word 3, we stand on 3 key points, which are faith, family, and finances. So that's where Mind Over Money comes from, the financial segment. And I created a planner and workbook to help women like myself, and men also, even though it's purple and gold, some girly colors. We do have black and white copies for the men, but I developed the planner and the workbook to share my story. And what I believe is that once you get your mindset right, you can get your money right. God wants you to manage what he has already given you. And that's where I feel a lot of times we come up short. God has blessed us with finances, but we don't necessarily manage them effectively. So through the Mind Over Money segment, we're going to talk about developing a redefined mindset, because you already know what your core values are. You're a believer in Jesus Christ. You may not be walking the walk 100%, but you know what, God, there's Jesus, and you can go back and you repent for, not being a good steward over your finances and other responsibilities that you may have swayed away from. But we're talking about breaking generational myths that, you don't have enough. You won't get to where no one in the family has ever been. And then also just transforming your money mindset. As I share my story in the Mind Over Money Guide, I talk about where sometimes we feel like the more we get, the less we have, the more we need. So we're always in a state of, I need more, I need more, I need more. But yet we're not managing what we have effectively. So what we have to do is get into a space where we manage the blessings that we already have. And a lot of that, like I said, is I'm getting stumbled over this word. I'm not sure why tonight, but it's transforming your mindset, getting your mind out of what I need to have, what the Joneses have, because we talked about this before. The Joneses are broke too. You're trying to keep up with them, and they're broker than you are. It may look like they have a lot because you're looking at the material aspect of things, but you never know how a person is actually living day to day. And so the second thing that we talk about is living a wealthy life. And I shared the 3 G's of a prosperous woman, which the 3 things you need to do with your money. It is grow, generate, Grow, generate, and oh my goodness, I lost my train of thought. Grow, generate, and give. You give money, you give back. You give back to your community. You give back to God, your 10% plus your interest. You grow money. How do you do that? You invest. You invest in, different stocks. You invest in yourself. Sometimes you invest in your family. You save money. How do you generate money? You utilize your gifts and talents that God has given you to generate multiple streams of income. And then the third thing that we talk about is creating a vision for your finances, being strategic, setting up a monthly budget, drilling down to weekly, daily, knowing exactly what you spend, just being strategic about planning your money, knowing where you are. I read once that poor people plan 30 days out, but rich people plan 5, 10 to 20 days out. So if you are, and there are some people that don't plan at all, which is actually kind of frightening, but they don't plan at all. So we want to get into a state where we're planning out our money. We're saving what we save. So once you get into that mindset and those steps into saving your money, you don't want to save, cut back on your cable bill, and then you end up buying a pair of sneakers or a jacket that you've always wanted. You want to save what you save. So you want to be able to create that vision for your finances. So when you know that you cut that cable off for whatever that necessity is that you don't really need, you know exactly where that money is going. And then you're living past today. 30 days from now, what trips you have planned, how much money you need to spend in groceries. 6 months from now, you know where you need to be. A year, 2 years from now. And then the third thing under creating a vision for your finances is counting the cost, knowing what it's going to take for you to accomplish your goals. You set your goal and then you work backwards. You have to know where you are. You have to know where you are in order to get to where you want to be. So I invite you all to join Krisha in the Purpose University movement that she has right now. And I'm super excited about it. And like I said, I share my story, how I started out as a single mother and, working minimum wage. And like I said, I always thought like if I made more money, I can do more things. And so I went from $8.50 per hour here in the US to making a salary of $60,000. And my bank account was still in the red. I still was not managing my money. I still was robbing Peter to pay Paul. So when I went from making $8.50 an hour, maybe like 22 to 25,000 a year. So I tripled my income, and the only thing that grew was my debt because I did not change my mindset. So join us. Krisha will be posting all the information on how you can sign up, how you can get your finances together, get your mind right. And I cannot wait to see you.
Good. Thank you so much, LaDonna, for sharing. And it's amazing how all the pieces fit together. Everything that we have shared tonight in terms of the lecturers and what Purpose University really stands for, it is a complete puzzle. And this is why I believe this vision is something that you want to be a part of. Now, we have two of our lecturers who are not on with us tonight, but I just want to share with you what they will be sharing. They have promised to do a live video for you guys with me. This is Pastor Chance D. Lynch out of North Carolina, of Faith Church. He's going to be talking about nurturing purpose through pain, because he shared with me, and I even got excited. I'm like, I think I need your class. He shared with me that on every level of purpose, there's new pain. So he said, sometimes we think that we experience pain once and it's done and we know our purpose, but he's like, there's more pain. So he's gonna teach us how to nurture that purpose while going through that pain. We also have Apostle Marsha Pedro, who also has Revival Fire with her husband, Brent Pedro, who's gonna be talking about Marketplace Messenger. Now, if you've never heard the term marketplace before, all it means is that you are a minister outside of the four walls of the church. And let me tell you her topics. This is gonna blow your mind. And I also told her, I think I need to sit in your class too. Her first topic is the genesis of kingdom business. Now, I am in business, but I don't know the genesis as it relates to the Bible. So she's going to be talking about genesis of kingdom business. She's going to be talking about regenerating your mind for the marketplace, because sometimes as believers, we have this mindset that is not marketplace ready. So we are trapped in the four walls of the church and we don't know how to make influence out of it. She's going to talk about setbacks in transition. When you transition from being maybe a minister into the marketplace, how do you transition? She's also going to be sharing common keys to every success story. Now, hear this, right? Her next segment is called Making the Gospel Relevant in the Marketplace. How many of you know that we need this? Because we are so accustomed speaking Christianese that we can't speak English. So we go out into the marketplace and we speak Christianese and we expect people to relate and to understand our message. She is going to be talking about the person and the platform. She's also going to be sharing the language of the marketplace minister. So she's going to tell you how to talk. Imagine we have all of this in Purpose University. She's going to tell you how to talk. She's also going to tell you how to till the soil, how to develop the fruits of the Spirit in your life. And this is my spiritual mother. And one of the things that she always tells me, she says, I don't read my Bible to prepare a sermon. I read my Bible to live a sermon. And that is one thing that I have took from her. And it's like, okay, we are no longer about preparing messages just to deliver to people. We are about preparing our life, so that once our life is prepared, then we can live a sermon. So I just want to share my screen with you. I want to give you guys some information. I'm so pumped up about Purpose University and everything that it's going to do. Is like I can't contain the excitement, just like my brother Luke. So we are cracking the Purpose Code. I am the visionary Krisha Sarah, also known as the Giant Slayer. Now, I have this just for all the people who are curious, but I think my greatest qualification is servant of God. Nevertheless, I am the holder of a degree in business administration. I am also the holder of a master's degree in small and medium enterprise management. I am the holder of a SHRM qualification, which is Society for Human Resource Management. I'm a certified professional. Best-selling author of 2 books. I am a speaker and a coach. But apart from all of my qualifications, the greatest thing that qualifies is knowing my purpose, call, and living element that you need. And with the, I don't know what happened there. Are you guys still here with me? Still there? Are we still there? I think you're saying it broke up. Yes, we are still here. Good. We are back. Okay. Awesome. So now can I find back my presentation? Right. So I don't know how much you heard, but we were talking about birthing purpose, right? Drilling down, uncovering and exposing hidden potential. That's what we're here to help you do. Then we're also gonna help you nurture purpose. So now you know what that purpose is. You have been living it. We are taking you from Bible to business. We are taking you to marketplace minister. We are helping you to carry, to birth, and to nurture your purpose. Now, this is our team. We have Apostle Marsha Pedro, who, again, as I told you, is going to be talking about marketplace minister. We have Pastor Chance D. Lynch, who's going to be in every area of your life. LaDonna Bacon, as you heard of earlier, she shared about mind over money. We have Shante Williams, who's going to teach you to get that message out of you. I think we're having a connection issue. I don't know why, but we're trying to get this done. Let me see if I details. I do apologize. I hope we are back now so that I can show you the structure. So we have a 3-month course, May, June, July. Now it's going to be for 12 weeks. You get 5 courses, 1 bonus course, and 1 live session with each lecturer to ask your Q&A. Now, I wanted to make this accelerated. This is only for you if you are serious about your personal growth. You have heard from the speakers, and you're going to be hearing from some more of them on next week. But let me tell you what the course looks like. Every week, you are going to get a minimum of 6 videos from your lecturers, which means I think you need to set aside 1 day per lecture. You're going to get a minimum of 6 videos, which are going to be at least 10 to 20 minutes long of a teaching, right? Now, this is going to happen every week for 3 months. Then you are going to have 2 live sessions per month with a different lecturer where you can answer your questions and where they will be giving you additional material. Now, if you think about this, Purpose University is giving you an exposure to coaches and the ability to activate something on the inside of you. I mean, listening to Shante, I'm sure some of you are already activated. Listening to Luke, you are already spurred on. Listening to LaDonna, listening to myself, you are already excited. So you have the opportunity in an accelerated environment to get a maximum of 7 lecturers, 7 coaches, right? With just paying 1 fee. And you're also going to get a live session with these lecturers. So let's talk about the courses. I'm going to be talking about Purpose 101. If you are living the perplexed life or the pressed life, I got you. I'm going to be teaching you from the foundation. We're going to build the foundation, talk about your mission, your vision, your purpose. We're going to help you understand what it is, mesh it with your passion, understand your potential. Shante is going to help you get your right on. Even if you say, I'm not interested in writing a book, I am sure that the elements in her course is going to help you to write, to share your message. Pastor Chance is going to be teaching navigating the pain of purpose. I mean, pain is inevitable, but we just need to know how to navigate and handle it. Then, of course, we have LaDonna, the money woman herself, doing mind over money. And LaDonna is actually giving you her very own mind over money workbook as part of your course. I asked her, are you sure? She said, yeah, I'm sure. I'm going to give them the best value possible. So she's giving you the workbook to follow along in her course. Then Marketplace Messenger. I'm so excited for this segment because this takes us out of the 4 walls of the church and into reality. And I'm excited about this. And then we have Leadership by my brother, which is a bonus course that's going to be absolutely live. You get to hear his teachings, you get to ask him questions, and all of this is part of your Purpose University package. Now, let's talk about our sponsors. How did I forget? We have a giveaway to give tonight, and I hope Shelly is organizing the giveaway. Shelly is my friend, do it without the help of Christ and her, a 2-day hotel stay. And this is our sponsors for tonight, Purpose Diaries, of course, my brand, myself, and Countess Inc. with Raquel Farmer. Now you're saying, okay, Krishna, all of this. Now you need to tell me the price. You need to tell me the cost. You need to tell me how I sign up. I believe Shelly may be sharing it with you guys in the chat box, right? But the site is actually live right now. So let me stop my share. The site is live. You can go on and you can see all the information. Now you are getting all of these courses, all of these live sessions. You're getting 6 modules. You're getting 6 live workshops. You're getting a recorded video teaching every week for the next 3 months from May 1st to the end of July in an Accelerate exclusive Facebook group where we will have the lecturers to ask questions if you have them as you go. All of this value, you get all of this for only $997 US. Now, if you think about it, you can pay that for one coach. If you think of it for the next 3 months, and I'm sure you blow 11 US on your coffee, on your breakfast, on your lunch. So I want you to seriously, prayerfully consider being a part of Purpose University. We also have some surprise guest lecturers coming in, and I'm telling you, you don't want to miss them because once they come in, it's going to be included in your package, and once they come in, it's going to be absolutely amazing. So we do have payment packages if you need them. We have all the information that is up on the website that Shelly just shared. You can send us an email, info@purposediaries.com. You can go to my website, purposediaries.com. There is a tab that is dedicated to Purpose University. You can sign up from tonight, guys, but courses roll out from May 1st. So you're going to have access to the teachings. You get a video teaching. You get 6 video teachings every week from every lecturer. You get 2 live sessions every month from a lecturer, right? A different lecturer. And then you're going to get surprise lectures incorporated in our package. Purpose University is really here to help you get to the next level. So if you are saying, I have been looking for something, I need to see how I can get into Purpose University, I need to be a part of community. If you are part of my community on Facebook, you know the service I give to Purpose Diaries. So you know, with the heart of our lecturers and the heart of myself as a visionary, we are determined to give you the best value for your money, but not only the value for your money. We are determined to help you live that prosperous life and to begin to walk in your purpose. So how many of you are saying to me tonight, Krisha, this sounds so good. This is something that I need. I think I want more information. I'm going to check out the website. If this is you, I just want you to say me in the comments so I can see how many of you are going to head over now. You're going to check over the website. You're going to get in contact with us and let us know how much tonight's session. Right, I see somebody saying me. Davon is saying me. All right, good. So guys, go check out the information. Ask us any questions. You can like the page, Purpose University on Facebook. Lawana said she's going to check it out. Nakisha said she's going to check it out. Good. I'm so excited. We are ready to equip you. And I think right about now, we are ready to do a giveaway. So if you have stayed until the end of this webinar, you are about to be in the loop for something big. So Shelly, Are you ready? Are we ready? Are we ready?
Okay, is LaDonna still on? Because
She
the
is.
random generator has selected LaDonna, but LaWanda, sorry. So let's see if LaWanda, are you still on, LaWanda?
Lawana Kaffa, is it
Yeah.
her?
Yes.
Yeah! Congratulations,
Yay!
Lawana Kaffa. She's still on. She's saying yes, 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 yes. Congratulations on winning your. You're probably like, I need that. You have won a 3-night, 2-day stay courtesy Raquel Farmer of Countess Inc., who is our sponsor, our partner for bringing tonight's webinar. We will contact you to let you know how you can go about claiming your prize for 2. So hey, make plans, book your hotel, and go all out, right? So I want to thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. We are just at 7:56. We are people of time. We have did amazing. Thank you guys so much for joining me and for being a part of tonight's webinar, Cracking the Purpose Code. Look out for our live sessions with Pastor Chance, D. Lynch, and Apostle Marsha on next week, where they are going to be sharing some tips and telling you what you can expect as a part of Purpose University. You guys have an amazing night. Thank you for joining me. Thank you to my speakers, to Shante, to LaDonna, to Luke, to Shelly, and to